You're mute.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so we are live. Okay.
Okay, in that case, I call the meeting to order. Can we take the roll, please?
Okay.
So,
Oh, she's muted.
yeah,
Linda, you've gone mute. Okay, try to unmute her. I can't.
We don't have that option to do that. It has to be
Yeah.
either yourself or
Okay.
Linda.
she is.
Nope, can't hear you. Oh, no.
So sometimes if you go to the button by the mute, the up arrow, you can select a speaker.
Oh.
Hello, now we can hear you. Now we can't.
Nope.
Well, we have YouTube, we just don't have audio now.
Okay, well, what if Commissioner Richards, if you do the roll call?
Is that allowed?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right. Commissioner Navarro,
Present.
Commissioner Herrera,
Present.
Commissioner Hayes,
Present.
Commissioner Ponce,
Present.
and I'm here, Commissioner Richards. Okay, so we are going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Here we have our flag, and please, who would like to lead the Pledge of Allegiance?
I'll lead it.
Thank you.
Okay, let's put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I
I
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it
for which it
stands,
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God.
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty and justice
for
for all. Amen. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Approval of the agenda. Has everybody had a chance to look at the agenda? Okay, so I'll take a motion.
I move to accept the agenda.
a second.
Okay. All in favor, raise your hand.
Oh, we're doing crap.
Oh, that's okay, Nina. I can do it. I can do it verbally. It's just hard to hear everybody say here.
Okay.
Yeah. So all in favor, raise your hand.
Vote.
Okay. It passes unanimously. Are there any public statements?
No.
No, there are no public statements. Okay. Do we have our cultural arts and liaison?
I don't think he made it back.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll move on. Consent calendar. We have one item on the consent calendar, and that is to request to approve the minutes of August 11, 2020 Parks, Wellness, and Recreation Commission meeting. Would anyone like to move to the consent calendar, to approve the consent calendar?
I move to accept the consent calendar.
Okay, second?
I
Okay,
second the
all-
motion.
Saidid, second. Okay, all in favor, raise your hand.
I have to abstain because I wasn't there.
Okay,
meeting.
one abstention. Okay. New business.
Okay, we are going to do a selection process of the various projects that are available. I'm going to share our screen. Hold on a little bit. Here. Okay, so you all received this in your agenda packet, and it is basically giving you of the various projects that we could complete with the amount of funding that is available in the per capita fund project. So there is lists, and that's what I want to do is go by each of the, I won't go verbatim, but just kind of an overview of what the projects have we identified that each of the facilities need repair or remodeling, and then get your input on what you feel should be our priority, what is number 1 through 6, whatever it is. And then what we could do is keep this list live and fluid, so when other funding becomes available, we could apply those funds to the projects where we could identify and say these, or that. So with that, by any means, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I could give a little bit more explanation about the project and what is needed to complete it. So in the per capita fund, this is also a Prop 68 funding. There is a grant, what is per capita, and it provides a certain amount of fundings based on the amount of residents we have in the city. So that's the funding source. And so one of the projects, it will start with Recreation Park. And it is recommended to do resurface the wood floors at Recreation Park in the gym. And it's, over the time, it has been, weather beaten, and there's some, some blemishes on the floor that we could redo. The floor is, or the use of the gym is done. We have a lot of use. The youth basketball program plays there, the adult basketball, the day camp, and volleyball, adult volleyball, and open gym. So we do have a lot of use in the gym when we're open. So that's one of the projects. The other one is to repair the stage area of the gym. This stage was built when, of course, when the gym was in, but it needs a lot of repair. This could, have new sound system, new lighting, new curtains. Along here would be a new curtain there, and it could be a future home of our theater program. So that's an idea. Another project for Recreation Park is to repair the roof. The roof does experience a lot of leaks, and basically we would go and put a new ceiling on, well, not a whole roof, but kind of like a membrane that would prevent the leaking from coming in. So that is, so a lot, we in our storage room and our offices and along the hallways, when it rains extensively, we do get a lot of leaks on there. And that's a part of the thing. Our next project for recreation is to repair the kitchen. And the kitchen is not used per se. All it's done is we do allow people to use it when they rent out the facility, but only to serve food. It has to get catered in. It's not a working kitchen anymore. At one time it was a working kitchen, and we had, people would actually cater out of this kitchen. But since it's no longer up to grade, up to the house standards, it's no longer, I think only could people come, like I said, only could bring in food and serve out of there, but they cannot prepare food. Another possible project is to repair the Rock House. There's a building at Recreation Park called the Rock House. And we at one time used this for day camps and had offices in here, but it's gone down. The livable space is no longer there. We would have to upgrade the livable space, bring in windows, heating and air, add new insulation and so forth. And another idea is to build a stage, a performing area in front of the Rock House. So when we have like concerts in the park, or when we have other events that could use a stage, that would be part of it. So that is one of another idea for the Rock House. Now go on to Las Palmas. The idea is to renovate the outside basketball courts, and these are a picture of it. They are in very bad disarray. They really aren't used that much, but upgrading the flooring, the basketball goals, and the lighting for the courts would be able to use the courts a lot more. A next one for for Las Palmas is to upgrade the lighting along the walking path. There is a path that goes along Diamond 3 and Diamond 2. They're shown here, and there's a walking path along these two diamonds, and the lighting is really poor. So the idea is to increase or add new lighting along the pathway, LED lighting to let people walk safely at night. And the other project is to renovate the tot lot here. The equipment here has, again, it's wearing down, and to upgrade the equipment and the play surface for Las Palmas Park. Also for Las Palmas Park is to renovate the gym flooring. Right now it has tile flooring. The flooring is hard on the feet. People playing basketball get tired out. So the idea is to have a multi-purpose use floor here, because we do use this gym for the senior dances, but to include a flooring that would be multi-purpose, that won't be so hard on the feet of the players and the seniors who dance on the floor. Repair the ceiling tiles in the gym. They are coming down. They are old, and so replace that. Replace the retractable goals. These are very old and antiquated, so replace it with new retractable goals for the gym. Another particular project for Las Palmas is to renovate the kitchenette. This is a multi-purpose little room. It has a small kitchenette, and to repurpose this to make it more usable for the patrons. We have meetings in here, and this is the small little kitchenette here that could be renovated and changed out there. The final project for Las Palmas is to renovate the Learning Center. Right now, the Learning Center, the carpet is very old and stained. We have bad lighting. The walls have the old, ugly wallpaper. So the idea is to renovate this particular room to make it a lot more friendlier for the people who use it, possibly put in a nice multi-purpose floor here as well, remove the carpet. That way, when we do have exercise classes, they don't have to worry about the dirty carpet on there. Then also just, clean up the walls and so forth, change up the lighting and the tile. And the windows, you can see that there is water damage along the walls here. The final project we're recommending to the commission to consider is to renovate the playground at Pioneer Park. This is a very needed project. This playground has been in disarray for a very long time. These open cracks and are throughout the whole play area. The equipment is very old and it is really neat. I mean, these cracks here, you could actually see the fiber, the underneath supporting fiber coming out. And after time, kids get into it, or just people of wear and tear, there's holes in it. The equipment, like I mentioned, is very old and antiquated. We want to replace the equipment and the flooring. The equipment would be inclusive and have ADA accessibility and some apparatus that will allow wheelchairs to actually be on the grounds and use the equipment. So this is the projects that have been recommended. I would like to get your feedback and what you recommend we should apply for in the repair for the per capita grant. I have can answer any questions, or you could open it for comments.
Okay. Why don't you just, if you have a question, maybe I should just call on order here. Okay, so Commissioner Navarro, any questions?
So we have to pick one of the parts to focus on?
What I would like is put them in priority, what you think is the most important one that we could move forward with. And I mean, you could, like, if you only have one that you say, yeah, I think we should do this one first, that's okay. But if you have several that you think that could, like this is my 1, 2, and 3, maybe something like that.
Do they have the, I'm not sure. Which one is it being used more right now that you feel needs the most attention, or that the staff feels like that it needs the most attention?
In my opinion, I think the Pioneer Playground needs the most attention. This is the park that has had very little renovation. The playground is, like I mentioned earlier, is very bad condition. As you see here, this opens gouge in the protective flooring. These are actual fibers coming out, and it's a trip hazard. It's a security and safety hazard for any kids that might come out and play. Right now, they're not being used, but I mean, they're supposedly being not used, but we do know that the community still comes out and plays here because, there's no else to play. We try to fence up as much as possible. But in my opinion, I think this would be our #1 priority to get done. The other ones are, they are needed, but I think to limit the liability for the city, this is one of my top priorities.
That was the only question I had. Thank you, Julian.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Herrera.
I'm gonna say the roofing at Rec Park, the lighting, and then at Las Palmas and Pioneer Park, the little play area. I think those are my top 3.
Commissioner Hayes.
I think that anything that deals with safety has got to be first on our list. I mean, the playground, I think, certainly has to be up at the top. And then the lights around the walk path to make that safe for people walking. especially before winter comes and we have, less, like right now, people are walking till 7 o'clock at night and it's still daylight more or less. But, in another month, that's going to get a lot, it's going to get darker earlier. So I feel like those should be the priority. Anything that's going to improve safety around any of the parks. Obviously, with the renovation of the theater, I think that's that's one that's personal for me. But I would also like to ask the question regarding the kitchen, as we're food being brought in. If that's renovated, is it going to be used as a kitchen for groups at the park? Is it something that, like, what is the goal of, if you were to fix the kitchen, is that a possible employment opportunity for people in the neighborhood? Is that something that the Parks Department would use for programs to feed students in the program, or the senior center if they do a Zumba class, or like what is the goal of the kitchen being renovated? And if it's not to be used to feed or be used for food, is it something that can be changed into a different type of room that might be needed? So safety, and then I have a question about the kitchen.
Sure. Okay. In regards to the kitchen, the renovation would bring the kitchen to commercial grade, so that when people rent the facility, they have access to a commercial grade kitchen that they could actually cater out of that particular kitchen and serve it. We also, if it becomes if we were to renovate it to a commercial grade kitchen, we could host classes to teach kids how to prepare meals, and in that sense. We would definitely program the event revolving around the kitchen for that. We would not change it into a different type of room.
Okay.
It was a kitchen.
Okay. Then I think my priority has to be around the safety. Any of the issues specifically regarding the safety, and that might mean one big project here at the playground, but then the lights at this park, and then the doors at that park, and the ADA ramps at that. You know what I mean? It might be.
Okay. Yeah. Let me be a little bit more specific. The amount of funds that we have really cannot. It's going to be one project basically. It won't be piecemealing it, because we won't be able to do a full justice to a renovation of a particular item if we piecemeal it. I think what I'm asking is, what is your top one of these ones that we're recommending here? Which would you say, yes, this is what I would like to go? Because there's not enough funds to spread it that much.
I hear that. Then in that case, I mean, I think that the safety at the playground is probably the top, followed very quickly by the lights on the walking path. And you said there are lights there, they're just not great.
Right, there is lighting there, but it's very dim and very dim. It's not very useful lighting.
I think my priorities have to be around the safety concerns and what are the biggest safety areas. I mean, I understand the liability concern here at the playground, but if the kids can't use it because it's unsafe, that's a different thing. And if somebody's going to get hurt, I don't want anybody to get hurt. And so that's my point. Safety is my point.
Yes, in regards to safety at the playground, yes, it is a hazard, because as you see these black blotches on the ground, that is open flooring. The safety flooring at the playground is composed of two layers. The bottom layer made of shredded tires, and that absorbs the shock when people step on it or kids fall. And the top layer, which is a sealant that holds everything together. So these black spots on the ground are actually tears in this protective coating on top, and the fibers along these are kind of like exposed to everybody. So there is a height difference between the top layer and the bottom layer. And as kids walk around this, have the potential of tripping and falling on these particular holes. And these are scattered throughout the playground, as you can see.
Yeah.
So it is a very hazardous situation.
Okay, Commissioner Hayes, any further comments?
No, thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Ponce?
Yeah, Joe, I think you answered the question that I was going to ask about the funding and how much funding we're going to have. So it seems like we're only going to be able to pick from one of these three items. I agree with the other commissioners as far as the safety of the playground, but I'm also concerned about the lighting because I know a lot of folks are using that now, and that's always been a concern of mine from way back, probably the last couple of years. We've always talked about the lighting at Las Palmas Park. So, I mean, for me, that's a big issue, but I understand about the playground. You know, I don't want to see any kids. I don't want to see anybody get hurt out there. So, I mean, if I have to pick, if we're going to pick, I think I would probably go with the playground for the kids. But I got to tell you, the lighting is right up there. And the other item is also, I'd like to get those roofs fixed because anything that we do, you mentioned that we've had leaks in the past.
Yes.
That's still gonna continue until we get that resolved. And all we're doing is we're probably just patching it, putting Band-Aids on there that's also gonna cause a problem in the future. So I think that is a concern. I mean, especially if we're thinking of doing all that work on the floors and all the renovations in the gyms, the roof is the one thing that's gonna have to be fixed. So I mean, I guess I mean, I would have to pick the playground to be my number one.
Okay.
Okay, for me, this playground is part of the reason why I'm on the Parks Commission. My granddaughter used to play on this playground when she was 4, and it was awful then. And Julian can tell you, like, I tried to find funding ways to, you know, that weren't necessarily practical for us, but my number one is the tot lot, not only for the safety reasons, but because there's not a lot of places for little kids to go and get their gross motor skills, you know, developed, and in a safe place where parents and caregivers can bring the kids to play. That to me is super important, as well as, you know, obviously the safety. So my number one is the park. Number 2 is the lighting, and number 3 is the roof, just like my colleagues here. Those would be my 3 top ones. But obviously, you know, I'm all in for the tot lot. So that's me. Okay.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
we need to move anything, or is that you just needed our input?
Well, you get your input now. What I'm going to do is make the recommendation to City Council that
Perfect.
we apply for the grant. And based on your feedback, it looks like the playground would be our first priority, followed by the lighting at LP and then the roof at Recreation Park. Is that
Yes.
Yes,
okay?
I think that's right.
All right, so if you could make a motion to say that you want to make this recommendation to the City Council.
Okay, who would like to move to recommend to the City Council our 3 priorities for
I make a motion.
Okay. Second?
Second.
Okay. So I'm going to try it by voice because we still have the, I won't be able to see your raised hand. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Passes. Thank you, friends. Okay, new business. Continued business, sorry. Statewide Park Development and Community Revitalization SPP grant.
Okay, so this is the there's a new grant opportunity for this one, and there's a grant, a round 4. We did talk about what projects we were going to recommend. We do have an opportunity to get some grants written for free, we're really excited. There's a agency known as called California Consulting, who has partnered with another company who will provide some grant writing for free. So we're really excited with that. So we are in talks with California Consulting to make the recommendations of the parks that were recommended by this commission at the last meeting to look at how we could apply for those grants. And as I recall, those were the city-owned properties plus that one property that was that would serve as a community garden. I did reach out to the landowner and let them know what we were thinking about, and if they were interested in selling. I haven't heard back. I will follow up with that individual and find out if they're still interested in, if they are interested in selling to the city with the grant specifications. You know, they have to wait until we actually get the grant money to buy the property. So we're hoping for that they would agree to that. So we're really moving forward with that. I would bring up some more updates on the state grant on the SSP grant once we start getting a little bit more solidifying exactly what's going to happen in that. We are going to apply also 3 additional parks that we applied last time, change them up a little bit to move forward with that, to reapply for those. But also, I want to ask the commission that to participate in a community outreach meetings, we need to conduct at least 5 meetings. I can't have more than 2 commissioners at one meeting. It would be most likely by Zoom. And I haven't had the dates yet, but I just wanted to plant the seed for your involvement when we have these meetings in the next couple of months. We'll be having these meetings to engage the community and seeing what they would like to see. One, in the new projects that we're proposing, the whole new park completely, and then also look at the resubmitting the applications for some of the parks and see what if anything has changed in their priorities for renovation. Any questions?
I have to unmute. Okay. Commissioner Ponce, any questions?
I have no question at this time.
Okay. Commissioner Hayes, any questions?
No, thank you.
Commissioner Herrera, any questions?
No questions.
Commissioner Navarro, any questions?
No questions.
Okay, perfect. So and I have no questions. So, that's all the action you need from us on number 3.
Yes.
Okay. Number
Excuse me.
4. Oh, yeah.
Actually, I do have a question. So Julie, are you asking for somebody to help out with this? Are you asking for one of the commissioners?
Yes. Once I finalize the dates of when these meetings are going to take place, I would like to have commissioners help us promote the meetings and also participate in meetings and possibly lead a discussion with the groups. That way we get involvement from this group as well.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay, virtual programming.
Okay. I would like to invite Ms. Marisol Diaz. She is our project specialist, and she's going to discuss what is going on in our virtual programming. Is she here? Okay.
Linda, we can barely hear you if you're talking.
Can you hear me at all?
Now
Okay.
we can.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
Hi, good evening. Sorry, I just had to close that YouTube. I'm watching you live on YouTube.
Okay.
So hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Once again, I'm Marisol Diaz. I'm the program specialist here in the Department of Recreation and Community Services. And so just wanted to let you know a little bit of what we've been doing. We are still continuing with our virtual activities. In the month of August, we kicked off our senior exercise classes online. And so we're very excited about those. Those two classes are actually sponsored by a few of our partners, Anthem Blue Shield, and also Optum. They are one of our main sponsors for our activities and events. And also we've been working very closely with Regal Medical Group. I know that they've been providing us with some prizes to motivate our seniors to participate in our virtual activities. And then they've also partnered with us to provide our seniors with some drive-through events, which they always look forward to, just to see a familiar face. Monday, we celebrated Grandparents' Day. Even though it was on Sunday, Monday, we celebrated with Café de Olla and Pan Dulce. And so we had about 50 seniors drive through. So they were very excited to see us, and we always take the time to let them know about our virtual programs and how we are hosting some trainings. So I'm not sure how many of you actually follow us on Facebook or see our website at our department's updates through our city website. But I know we've been holding Zoom trainings for the community. It's targeted more towards seniors, but anybody is welcome. And so we provide them, today we had our second round of Zoom, and we provided it in English. And next Tuesday we'll be doing the same thing, but it will be given in Spanish. And so today we had another set of 8 people join us, and every time we offer the training, it's a different experience. People are asking different questions. And so we definitely are going to continue promoting that, because especially parents that are not used to devices and they're helping their children at home right now with online schooling. I know that it's a benefit for them to learn how to utilize Zoom. So we're going to continue on providing that for the month of September and also for the month of October. And then, so that's one of the things that we have one of the many things that we have for the community. Continuing on in this month, we have a special event, a virtual special event. Julian, would you allow me to share something on here?
Sure.
So I'm not sure. I'm going to act as though I'm going to show you how to access some of our videos that we have here with the City of San Fernando's website. Okay, Julian, would it be possible for me to share something?
I'm pretty sure you can. Have you tried it already?
Yes. Okay. But okay, so I'll just verbally tell you. So if you go to the main page in the City of San Fernando, and if you scroll all the way down, you'll be able to see the different icons that the City of San Fernando has. For example, if you click on the Facebook link, it will send you directly to our Facebook page. If you click on the Vimeo, it will send you directly to the City of San Fernando's Vimeo page. Yes?
Are you sharing something right now?
No, I had to tell you
Okay.
verbally. I'm unable to share it. Oh, there you go.
Okay,
I got it now.
Got
I
it?
thought you were sharing something. Okay,
got
I don't
it.
see anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's no problem. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, there you go. Okay, so if you go to the city's webpage, if you scroll all the way down, you see a different icons at the bottom. So if you click on the Vimeo, it will take you directly to the videos that the city has promoted through our Facebook page. And if you click on the MMAP, our Mariachi Apprentice Program, they are actually going to be having a virtual concert on the 27th of, they'll be having a virtual concert on the 27th of September. And it's going to be a live concert online, and it's going to be promoted through, you can see it live on YouTube. We're very excited to do this. And so if you go to our Vimeo page and watch that video, you'll be able to see a preview of what the performance will be like. They'll be performing about 4 to 6 songs on that evening. So that's one of our virtual activities that we have going on. And then we also have our Teens for Better Community program that's going to kick off again in this month. We are looking for an opportunity to engage the teens, giving them an opportunity to earn our community service hours. And so one of the things that they'll be doing on the 30th, will be having their first meet and greet, and they're going to be having a rock, paper, scissors tournament. So this is something that we're going to be providing. I am going to request for Linda to send it out tomorrow. That way, if you can help us promote it among the teams that you know, and if you have any connections, we ask that you help us promote the teen program as well. And then, not sure if Julian has mentioned, but we also have a virtual festival going on in the month of October. And one of the event activities that we'll be doing during that time, October 24th through November 2nd, is we're going to be having a virtual race. So there are going to be 2 options. One option would be to run individually, and the other option would be to complete the 5K distance in a team setting. And one of the ways that people are going to be able to sign up, we haven't released the link yet, but one of the ways that participants can sign up will be through Run Sign Up, and people will be able to run at their own pace or complete the distance at their own pace during October 24th through the 2nd of November. And they will have to enter their results manually onto the website. So those are a few of the activities that we have going on for the month of September. And we have more coming in October as we continue to partner up with more organizations. I do have a question for our commissioners. If you happen to have any idea of what you are a representation of this community. So if you see that there is a program and activity that our community needs, definitely let us know, and we'll see how we can bring that to reality here in the city of San Fernando.
Okay, so let's answer the question. Commissioner Hayes, do you have any suggestions off the top of your head?
I mean, not exactly. The first thing I can think of is the city's Instagram and reaching out in that way, getting that communication out there to more of the people. Obviously, that cuts out some of our seniors and stuff, and that's got to be word of mouth. I know in my neighborhood, I don't know of anyone here on Instagram, but Instagram, Facebook, those kinds of things would be a great way to get it out there. I love the newsletter that you've been doing. You've been doing such a great job with that information and putting that together. And also last time we talked about the phone calls to go out to homes. And the only ones I've received are the ones about the cooling centers. So I don't know if phone calls are going out, or if that's something. I mean, that's obviously important. I'm glad they went out, but for that week it was 125 or whatever it was. But phone calls might be a way to get that information out.
Okay, Commissioner Herrera, any feedback?
No comments, none I could think of.
Okay. Commissioner Ponce?
I have none right now that I can think of, but I'm sure I'll have some that I will submit. But I do have one question on the virtual, was that the mariachis you said, not the
Mariachi Apprentice Program. They're
Yeah.
going to be performing,
that's going to be virtual on YouTube, right?
yes, and it would be promoted and through Facebook.
Only through Facebook? Is that the way it's going to be promoted? Or can we get something from, maybe Linda can send something out as to when that's going to happen?
I'm sure. And then also it was sent, if you subscribed, I don't think we are mailing out a newsletter, but yeah, I'll ask Linda to send that link out to you as well.
The only reason I say it because I can set that up outside of my backyard and I can have some of the folks from the block come over and check it. I think it would be really neat.
Oh, okay, like a watch party, as they call
Not
it
a
on
watch
Facebook,
party, it's not a party.
where there's more than 2 people, it's considered a party.
There's going to be 5, but it's going to be social distancing. Trust me. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, no, but
I'm just
yeah.
kidding. No, that's fine. Yeah, I think that would be something I'd like to check out. That would
Okay,
be really neat.
awesome.
No further questions.
Okay, Commissioner Navarro.
I have no ideas for you right now, Marisol, but if I do, I'll send them to Linda. But thank you for everything that you're doing. I really appreciate it.
I just want to echo what Commissioner Navarro said. I think you guys are holding up well in the COVID-19 programming area and doing a lot to keep people engaged, and that's much appreciated. So, okay, anything else?
I just want to add, we are really relying on family members to, if they have somebody at home that has access to a smart device, to kind of teach them or connect them with the basics, and then that way they engage and they don't become socially isolated. So that's one of the things that we're most concerned about, and we really want to engage the community because everyone needs to be connected during this time.
Very good. Thank you very much. Okay, here's an exciting part. Community theater program.
Okay, this was we had a meeting what was it, Wednesday? I forget.
And
It's just going by so fast and stuff, but it was very well attended. I think we had a total around 19 people show up in the meeting. We talked about the program. We got a lot of people to provide their information. So when we do have our next meeting, to invite them. Our next step would be to start selecting the artistic board, I guess, or committee. But before I step on my tongue, I'll let Jason do the more wrap up of what I just want to say it was a very well attended meeting.
it was very successful. I felt what Julian's talking about is we discussed with the group, anytime you have a theater, any professional theater has an executive board. It's usually led by an artistic director and then president, vice president, business secretary, that kind of board. For a community theater, it's a little bit different, especially with the vision that the three of us, Commissioner Navarro, Julie, and myself, have when putting together sort of the mission for what we'd like this theater to be. The board is there to represent the whole of the city and the community. This is not the theater of one artistic director or one person's vision that everyone else is going to help to realize the way a professional theater might be. And it's the board that he's talking about is members of the community that advise on what to do next or what to go forward with or how to engage the community. So as I said at that meeting, on the board, it would be helpful that Julian sits on the board as an advisor, as the parks director, as someone who can be a liaison between the community theater and the commission and the city council. That someone in Julian's position is really important for a community theater, so that we can make sure to get the space we need to rehearse or perform, to make sure that we're not sidestepping any permits that we might need for some reason or whatever. He would know more of that legalese that some of us may not. And I mentioned that Commissioner Navarro and I be there as in an advisory position, simply as liaisons to the commission, not so much as it's our theater. It's not about that. So we talked about our next meeting being in October, and the three of us have to sit and figure out when that is. We'll send out a mass email to the people that did sign up already, as well as invite the rest of the community, because it is meant to be more engaging. And from that point, begin the process of choosing a board of sort of a selected people that will sort of go forward with the vision in mind in choosing an event or some sort of program and or show to move forward with, to perform and do. That's the next steps for the community theater as a whole. Presently, we are starting our community theater event with a film festival, which sounds counterintuitive in some ways, but it's a way, certainly with our current digital situation, our virtual lives these days, the film festival, anyone that has a stake in San Fernando, maybe they go to school here, maybe they run a business here or work here in San Fernando or live here, can participate in the film festival for ages 0 to whatever. There's different age groups. Anyone under 20, it's free to enter the film festival. Anyone over 20, it's $20. And that'll just kind of cover some of the costs that we have regarding the film festival. It's tied to the city's Dia de los Muertos festival. And I know that they just talked about the 5K and the different things that they're doing. If this were a live event, then we would have screenings there. We talked about, once we have our submissions, showing these submissions on the Parks and Rec website or the city's website. The limit for the films, the reason I mentioned the viewing on the website, the films can't be any longer than 3 minutes and 12 seconds. And that number comes from the festival being from October 31st to November 2nd, 312. So there's 3 minutes and 12 seconds. And that cuts the film length down. It forces filmmakers, young filmmakers, to be creative in a short amount of space. And we can see some really interesting, you'd be surprised what can come out of that. But it is a good way to engage the community. It's a way to get more people involved. And it's something that anybody can do, even with something as simple as a cell phone, right? So that advertisement, that flyer went out the 6th, didn't it? I think something like that. So that's out and about now. So if you see it on the city's website, feel free to promote it and get people involved. We don't have the celebrity judges chosen yet. That is in process. So we'll more on that once we know what that is. The deadline to submit the film is the 16th of October. And then we'll announce our winners and go from there. So that's where we're at. I think I covered everything. What did I miss?
No, I think it, I just, I want to say, I think we had a very interested crowd at the meeting. A lot of people were asking a lot of questions, how to get involved. We had a wide range of participants. We had people that didn't know anything about theater, never had any experience, to actually some actors who were seasoned actors. So I think we had a wide range of people interested in the program, and that really excited me to say this is going to be something great here.
Yeah, and I'll go even further, one step further with that. And I got some emails after, at the meeting I gave all of our members my email, and had some questions about accessibility and inclusion, because that's the reason they came to this meeting was regarding inclusion. They have some specific physical limitations with various disabilities and different things. And they were really, really happy and very complimentary of our commission for starting this, because it's something they can participate in. They're very excited to participate in it, because they can't always do everything that is available to the city, only because one's in a wheelchair, one walks with crutches for their life. And that's, so I'm really proud of that, because that is one of the important tenets of our mission, to make sure this is accessible at all age groups for wherever your abilities lie, whatever your language that you speak. This is something that we can really, truly be inclusive within the city. And I'm very excited for that. So kudos to my team for helping to put that together. And certainly I'm looking forward to the next meeting. Any questions? Nope.
Commissioner Navarro, did you want to add anything, or you have questions or comments?
No, it was really exciting. It was exciting and heartwarming to see the turnout and how excited everybody that was there was. So that was extremely heartwarming and motivating.
Okay. Okay, Commissioner Herrera, comments or questions?
No questions.
Okay, Commissioner Ponce, comments or questions?
Just you folks are doing a great job on it. Thank you so much, Jason and Sadie.
Thank you.
Okay, and I have no questions, and I'm going to just, of course, ask Commissioner Hayes, any final thoughts or comments?
No, I'm pretty well. I think I covered it.
You covered it. Great.
If I forgot something, Julian will send me an email tomorrow, I'm sure.
Covered it
Yeah,
well.
this is
Better
awesome.
than I would have.
Very exciting. Okay, number 6, department's response to COVID-19.
Okay, in addition to all our switching over to virtual programming and all trying to find new programs to engage our community, the department has been tasked to do various citywide activities that help out the community in regards to the COVID pandemic. For example, we are been tasked to help with the residential food program. So I did mention it last time, but the application is already at the city website. It is live. People have been already submitting applications. To date, right now, we have approximately 83 households that we have applied for the program. We had 200, but the rest of them were not City of San Fernando residents. So unfortunately, we could not provide food for them. So what the recreation department is doing is gonna go buy the food, is gonna pack the food, and then we're gonna pick a day where the families could come and pick up the food. So that's a task that we are working on. Linda, Maribel, Maria, all of us are in it, getting all this together. And so we haven't picked a date yet, but it's gonna be probably, I thought we're thinking about September the 16th or the 25th, somewhere over there, Linda. That's the date that we're targeting to give out the food.
Well, I thought we said towards the end of September.
Okay, so more towards the 25th or 24th of September, somewhere around there. Now we're targeting to give out the first batch of food. This program is going to keep going until the money runs out. We'll probably have 2 or 3 additional giveaways of food. And each family is going to get approximately $200 worth of good. They're going to get goods. They're going to get $200 more or less of food and about another $50 of PPE equipment. Okay, another program that we're working on is a learning center. We're thinking of converting the gyms or indoor open space as a learning center for children who are needing a place to come and do their homework. They may not have Wi-Fi access at their home. So we are gonna, we're setting up Recreation Park and Las Palmas Park to have guest Wi-Fi, so children can come and do their homework. We'll have monitors that will monitor the area to make sure the kids are, doing their work. We're not going to teach and we're not going to help them with their homework, but we're going to encourage them to, stay on task with that and help, clean up the area when the child leaves, so that when the next one comes, it would be, clean for them to come in. We're targeting, again, this particular program also probably in July, in November, December, depending on how fast we get our Wi-Fi up and running. So that's another program that we're working on. We also partner with other agencies that are out there that provide testing. So we partnered with the CORE a group that is based out of Los Angeles, and they're going to provide free COVID testing to the community on September the 16th and 17th. That's Wednesday and Thursday of this week. And it's free. Anybody could just come in. You could actually pre-register if you like. The link is on the city webpage. They go and get and to register for the COVID-19, or you just come that day of and walk up. Will take a little longer, but it is something that is offered free to the community. Another project that is down the line towards the end of October is a free flu clinic that is going to occur also. That's still in the working and planning stage, but that is something that we are also working on to provide the community. I'm happy to answer any questions regarding any of these programs.
Commissioner Ponce, any questions?
Julian, the only question that I had, with respect to the kids coming in, are they going to be allowed to have parents with them, or are they just going to, is it just the kids alone coming in?
No, I think we will accommodate parents. Right now, how we set up our cooling center is we have 6-foot tables, and they're spread apart to allow for social distancing. So one table could house a family of 6 if need be, and that will have enough space for the next table. They're about 6 feet apart. So there will be enough room if a child needs, if the parent wants to come with their child, that we'll be able to accommodate that.
So it's one family per table. You say there's 6 tables, but
Pardon?
you said there was about 6 tables?
No, the amount of tables we will depend on our available space. If
Okay.
we occupy the whole gym, we're thinking maybe about 30 tables.
And it's family, one family per table then?
Right, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. Commissioner Navarro, any questions?
None right now, thank you.
Commissioner Herrera, any questions?
For the food that you're providing, are people allowed to donate?
We can ask for donations, or if people want to donate for that. Right now, we're not set up. I could definitely, when we start packing the food, I think that would be the best time they could donate. We are accepting only non-perishable foods for the giveaway.
Okay.
But I think once we start doing the packing, we could definitely accept donations.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, Commissioner Hayes?
Thank you.
Okay. And I have no questions except to say it's great that our city is taking care of our people. That's so awesome. All right. Lane Park renovation project.
Okay, the Lane Park renovation project is on schedule. We are looking at going out to get a formal design bid from the professionals out there. to give us an exact cost of what this would be. And basically we're asking for is for a firm to provide the technical plans of building all the amenities that we have in Japan, which would be the restroom, the soccer field, the basketball courts, renovating the playground, and the irrigation system and lighting. So we're getting all that together, and we're going to go out. We're going to request the bid from City Council at this coming meeting, the September the 21st, and it would be available for the public to look at the request for proposals on September the 24th. And then after that, once we'll select the winning company sometime in November, and then give us 2 or 3 months to develop the plan, and then probably go out for construction April, May, somewhere around there. Any questions regarding the Lane Park renovation project?
Okay, Commissioner Navarro, any questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Herrera,
No questions.
Commissioner Hayes,
No, thank you.
Commissioner Ponce.
No questions at this time. Thank you.
Okay, and I just want to say on the record that I was in touch with the Lane family, whose grandfather gave the land for the park, and they're thrilled, and they want to know like what the plans are when they happen. So I can report, I think, safely that we are keeping the main original layout of the park, but upgrading all of the elements.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll most likely have a groundbreaking sometime around, once that we have the final plans submitted, and then the contractor selected, we'll have some place around maybe May, June, when we'll have the groundbreaking. That's where more or less roughly when that would occur. We could definitely invite the Lane family.
Okay. Okay, Las Palmas Park renovation.
Well, the Las Palmas Park is on track. We have the floor in the banquet room and the kitchen has already been installed. They've been painting all this week. They're gonna start working on the lobby, the small enclosure that is going to be there. It has like storefront windows on there. That is going to be coming in pretty soon. So it's on track for on the project. We did install the automatic door openers. We just have to finish the connection of the electricity, and they'll be operational. But it's on track, and it should be completed by the end of October. Any questions?
Nice. Okay. Commissioner Ponce,
No questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Hayes,
No, thank you.
Commissioner Herrera,
I have none.
and Commissioner Navarro.
None. Thank you.
I just have one quick question, and that is, will there be like a celebration or an opening or a ribbon cutting or something?
Well, we probably will do a reopening of the new lobby, the kitchen, and the banquet room, permitting that we do have that. If people could do that, if not, we'll do a virtual reopening.
Nice. Okay. And I think maybe could a couple commissioners be there?
Definitely.
Okay. So if you put out the invite, we'll see who can be there.
Okay.
I think that'd be great. Okay.
Actually, I do
you-
have one question.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Julian, according to the Brown Act, if we were to have something, say you had a ribbon cutting or something like that, and we were doing it virtual, can we have more than 2 commissioners on there, or
Yes.
would it be considered a meeting if we had 3?
No, ceremonial events are excluded from the Brown Act.
Okay,
Okay, so you could have, you know, all 5 commissioners participate in, for example, a ribbon cutting ceremony, a tree lighting ceremony, anything ceremonial, because there's no actual business being conducted.
Great,
okay, thank you.
good to know. Okay, Youth Reinvestment Grant Program.
Okay, the Youth Reinvestment Grant Program, also known as the Tuskegee Youth Empowerment Program, and I'll probably change it down the line to that. They are still recruiting for their next season. Again, this is a program that helps youth stay out of trouble if you might have it. They are part of the Tatavian Band of Mission Indians. They do cater to the Native American population, but anybody could participate in the program. And they're just, if you know any youth that may benefit from this program, please refer them to our department. Their information is also on our webpage that they could register and sign up for the program. And they already had 2 successful sessions, and they're looking for another one. So it's ongoing.
Okay, any questions or comments, Commissioner Hayes,
No, thank you.
Commissioner Navarro,
None, thank you.
Commissioner Herrera,
I have none.
Commissioner Ponce,
No questions, thank you.
and I have no questions. Okay, staff communications.
Okay, well, I don't have another staff, but Linda, who's always here, if you want anything to add at this time? Oh, you're mute. No.
Can you lean in?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so just real quick, we have another, our food bank distribution will be held October the 5th, first Monday of the month. Last distribution, we had close to 100 packages distributed, and our food bank distributions are geared for seniors. So if you know anybody, you can always refer them to us and we can get them connected with that. And then I just want to thank you all for your patience today. And I guess it took a while, but we got it going. So thank you.
You
Thank
did.
you for that.
Thank you, Linda, for sticking with it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Linda.
You got it.
Okay, commissioner comments. Commissioner Navarro.
No comments right now. Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Herrera,
I have none.
Commissioner Hayes,
Oh, thank you. Great job, Linda.
Commissioner Ponce.
No questions. And again, thank you, Linda.
Okay, yeah, I echo everybody's appreciation of Linda's persistence. That was fantastic because we were having a challenge to get everybody here for a rescheduled meeting. I wanted to say that I think that after the elections, when our new city council takes their seats, will be a good time to have a new chair of the committee here. So that's all I wanted to say. So I love the chair job; it's great, but I want to share the joy. So think about if you are willing to be chair next time.
I think there is a schedule regarding the reorganization of the commission, and I think it's right after the city council reorganizes.
I think that's right.
Yeah, so is that sometime in, I believe in June, I'm not too certain though. Linda, do you know the exact date or the time frame for that? Okay, we will definitely bring you that up. We could agendize it for the next.
Okay, because I'm just aware that we may have new members
Right.
as of November.
Yeah, so we would look at the procedure
Okay.
for that, and we could agendize it so that way the commission could act on it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because I think in December, we don't have a meeting.
Okay, so it'd be January.
Most likely, yeah.
Like January, February.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think that's what it is.
All right. Very good. Okay. Does anybody have any items right now for the October 13th meeting? Okay. Should I call, like, just if you have it, go ahead and speak out. Okay, no new agenda items at this time. And our next regular meeting is October 13th, 2020, back at the Zoom. So I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second,
Second,
second.
all in favor?
I.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good
Bye.
evening.
Good evening.
All right.